The lucky ones. A homeless woman sits on the street, broken, hopeless, gold coins by her feet. But the rich are animals, the poor are their prey. For when wealth grows, men decay. You think you're better than another because of your shoes, looking down on other people. From the soles of Jimmy Choos, we come equal into this world, but from our first breath we're not. Gender, country, race, religion determines what we've got. I speak not for myself, but for those without voice. Healthcare, education, well, they don't have a choice. For how can we be equal in a world without equality? Where inequality can be seen every day on the street, where people are starving and some people feast. The Gender Equality Index sets a surprising pretext. The average pay gap between a woman and a man, 17% for the length of their hand. If education is key and schools are the lock, look at 13 miles versus 1 block. When people are judged for the burqa on their face, forced to sit behind a pane of glass, a whole nation in disgrace. When people seek asylum and a new chance to start, and are turned away at the gates because of someone else's cold heart. When people go for a job and are discounted straight away because of gender, race, religion, just trying to survive another day. Or the racism you see in schools, where people try to learn. Chinese people are just smarter, you know. No good grades that they've earned. Look at Chad versus Sweden, the amount that they're eating. 29.6 undernourished, where Sweden at 0 flourished. You complain about your 10 an hour, whilst 12 million Indian child labourers are forced to farm rice and flour. 80% of these children subject to abuse causes 32% to don a noose. We send our soldiers to fight wars in lands that are not ours, yet when an epidemic breaks out, our offer of aid is as distant as Mars. With a 35% literacy rate in Chad, the lack of education could be considered deprivation of basic human rights. Over 3 billion people living below the poverty line. You can't ooh and ah and tell me that that's fine. Broken promises won't help them, and false sympathy won't either. Here in Australia, we share a common feature. We glorify the weak and victimise the strong, put everyone into boxes because of where we see them belong. We put our priorities first, entertainment, money, greed, and turn our backs on those who have a definite need. To be educated, to eat, to have a safe place to sleep, come second to watching the latest TV. That's not everyone's fault, as we stated once before. We come equal into this world, but from our first breath we're not. So what's to say you didn't end up born in Chad? Luck, DNA, or God's helping hand? Whatever you believe in, whatever you believe, we are some of the lucky ones, and that is plain to see. So look around this world of ours and appreciate the inequality, for without a sudden change of heart or some respect for all things man, inequality will stay with us upon this great southern land. So next time you see a homeless man sitting on the street, or hear of kids in Africa without something to eat, see around your neighbourhood and see what you can do. Although we are the lucky ones, we need not lose our humanity too.